Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's just Spazzing Out, and today I am going to be showing you how to transform Transformers Robots in Disguise Sideswipe. The reason that I'm making this tutorial is that I was trying to figure out how this guy transforms earlier, and I looked up some videos on it, and there weren't a lot of clear tutorials on how it works, and there were some really complicated parts on this guy that I couldn't figure out how to do no matter how much I researched. No matter how much I looked it up, I could not figure it out. So I am going to be showing you how this guy works. Let me quickly mount my camera here. There we go. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is remove the sword from his hand if you had it in his hand. This particular set does come with Sideswipe already in bot mode. So I'm going to be teaching you how to transform him into a car and how to transform him back if need be. But I think the most challenging part was transforming him into a car. So you've got Sideswipe in his normal configuration here. Then the first thing you're going to want to do is grab this little chest piece here. And this thing just kind of snaps off and goes down. I'm going to be making this tutorial very detailed so that you guys can see exactly how to do it. Because like I said, a lot of tutorials weren't very clear. Then you're going to want to see how this part here bends off. You're just going to want to take those and bend both of the arms down like that, so it looks like he's got arms coming out of its side. Looks a little funny. Then next thing is you're going to want to get these things here. Let me see if I can get a better angle. These things right here on his connected to his arms, let me get a good view. They turn this way and that way. What you're going to want to do is first turn his arm up like that. You're going to have to do this to both arms. And then you can simply, put it back here, wait, which arm am I showing you? Okay, this one. You're going to very simply just twist this, and it might seem like it is not meant to go that way, but trust me. Oh, wait, no. It goes the other way. You have to push this headlight part into his body like that, so it's facing his body, and this spiky part is facing outwards. So then it comes up like that. Let me turn the wheel. There we go. And now you have it kind of covering the wheel. I hope that you guys found that simple. Sorry I took a minute to do that there, but wanted to be as detailed on this part as I can because I could not figure out how this works. So a little recap. I can't figure out how to do this. This is what the end result should look like with his arms facing up. Next thing you're going to want to do is turn his... No, wait. Next thing you're going to want to do is, now that his arm is up, push it down. So like his arms are going down. And then quickly just line that right up. As you can see, that fits in there nicely. One thing I did find about this set, and don't be worried if this happens to you, is that sometimes the doors of the car, aka his arms, which are these little parts here connected to his wrists, they don't completely line up with the rest of it. Sometimes they're hard to click in, but it gets easy once you get the hang of it. So that is what you should have so far. Hello, kitty. Next thing you're going to want to do is get this front thing that's on his back, and it simply goes up like that. You can see by his neck, in his neck there is a little joint, that little black joint, swivels it up and down. You just swivel that right over top of his head, and then connect these. Now this can be a little tricky because, as you can see in here, see that little white thing? You have to not be able to see that, so that you have to kind of click it in there, just like that, so that you can't see it anymore. It's hard for me to point because everything's mirrored on my recorder. Okay, shove that in there very professionally. So now you have the front of the car, and of course his arms are now the side doors. So those should just snap in very nice. I'm trying not to get my fingers in the camera too much, just so that you can see. Now, another very important detail is that if you can see where the door is, see that little peg right there? That has to sort of click in. If you look into this top part of the car that was on his back originally, there's a little like pincher in there, and that little peg coming out of the arm has to just get pinched right in there, just like that. So there we have it. We got the front of the car looking pretty good so far. Now his legs, this was like the most confusing part for me. Got so frustrated, could not figure out how this works. So you've got Sideswipe looking like this. What you need to do is first, see if I can do this right myself. You need to push the heel of his foot backwards. And then this part here needs to tip upwards. Now, what I found when I was trying to do this was that originally this part that is supposed to see his leg, that's the bottom of his leg. Normally his foot would be covering that, but that's the bottom of it, and it's also the back of the car. But I think this part here was a little sticky when I got it, but it does bend, do not worry. So then we just have to push the foot down, and if I can get a good angle on this. But basically the leg stays sticking straight out, and it's just this swiveling part in the foot. Now, let me see if I can get a good angle. Just like that. So this is the side of his leg. Here's the foot. And that you need to bend it around a little, but you should be able to get the hang of it. In the end, what needs to happen is that the foot needs to be, like the side leg part that swivels and the back of the car, aka the bottom of the foot, need to be lined up, and then the foot needs to be on top of them. Just, set in there very, very nicely. And also, make sure that the tip of his foot here that is near this, as you can see, there's a little opening there. You have to, I don't know if you can see this, but you have to put it over top of, there's a little peg coming out of this little red part here. You have to put the foot over that so that it kind of locks in there. And then the door, like I said, this door, I don't know if this is just my model, like if I banged it around or something, but it doesn't always click in right away, and you might have to tweak it around a bit. Just like that. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but just mess around with it, and you should be able to get the hang of it. This is probably the best you're going to do. It looks a little bit out of shape, I mean, to me, but not too bad. Now, you just got to do the same thing for the other leg. Tip the heel toward the back of the car, then tip his leg up, tip the heel up, oh wait, no, I'm turning it the wrong way. Or no, I'm not turning it the wrong way, never mind, I'm sorry. You have to take this side part of the leg. Now, notice, the leg is staying straight. I'm going to recap that. The legs are staying completely straight, but this side plate on the legs that includes this wheel and has the foot attached to it, that bends, not the legs. Make sure the legs are completely straight at all times. Now, the back part of the car there's a little peg in there and a little hole, and those need to connect. Now, I don't think there's a snap, but they do connect, and they stay pretty sturdy. That's another thing that I was very happy about with this Transformer, was that he's very sturdy. And, oh boy, I put this in all wonky. I need to take that out. If you just do this smoothly and make sure everything's all matched up, should be okay. I just messed this up because I bent something wrong on my behalf. Give me a quick second. There we go. Just get that back in there. So that should be the final transformation step. Hang on. This isn't, like, if you put this together all correctly, it shouldn't, you shouldn't have this problem I'm having right now. I just kind of put them together a wonky on my part. But if you put them together correctly, this should be good. Sorry, that's taking a minute. Okay, so finished product should look like this. Very, very epic. Now the bottom, as you can see, is basically him kind of sitting up there, but you have to make sure this chest plate, which is normally up like that, it needs to be down. It can be removed. The only problem with it is that it kind of sticks out on the bottom. So when you do kind of run him along. The wheels don't actually really turn. They're kind of just, well, they do turn a little bit, but they're mostly kind of running. They're kind of scraping this part. So like I said, it is removable, and if you remove it, then you can, the wheels actually turn. Well, the wheels are turning now, but not as much. I personally don't really care. I really like it just the way it is. Let me get my camera all situated again here. Yeah, like I said, right, like in spots like this with the door, there's not really much you can do to fix that. Oh, not really too much you can do to fix that. It's just gonna kind of always be like that. But all in all, I think this is a very cool set. It was $14 at our local Walmart, and I am very, very happy with how it turned out. And again, the door is not completely in there, but I think it looks pretty cool if you don't pay attention to complete minor details. But that is going to be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I do lots of Minecraft vlogs, sketches, stop motion, gaming, tutorials, and a lot more. So I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao for now.